Do you ever feel tired? Maybe like you're losing your patience, or you're getting more and more stressed. Perhaps you're overwhelmed. It's not uncommon today for people to feel many or all of those things, sometimes in a week, sometimes in a day, sometimes in a crazy hour. You just never really know. The question is why? Why do we feel like this? What brings this upon us? Well, there's a lot of things that do. But one of the things that's more prevalent than we might imagine, we actually do to ourselves. And that is multitasking. Now, I know it seems counterintuitive to even say, well, how do we not do that with there so much to do being on the table? And the fact of the matter is that our minds, our brains are capable of multitasking, but we prefer to monotask. And what that means is we'd prefer to determine what was the most important thing to do, to prioritize it, to focus on just that activity, and then finish it to completion. And what's interesting about that is that when we finish it to completion, not only is there a feeling of accomplishment, but it literally starts to clear space in our mind and in our heart and in our soul, believe it or not, because now we know that's done and we can move on to the next priority. Now, I understand there are certain days this may not seem possible, but the reality is, as long as we spend time trying to get everything on the list done, we're going to find there's always something on that list that's never done, and then it'll eventually be urgent because it has to be done, and then that's where all the stress and the lack of patience comes into play. Being overwhelmed isn't necessarily having too much to do. It's knowing what to do next. And instead of multitasking all the things that we have to do, think about monotasking the most important thing, getting that done, feeling that completion, and then moving to the next step. Just a thought. You might be doing 6 things while you're listening to this, but if you give this a shot, at least sometimes, wean yourself into it. I think you might find that you have kind of a Zen-like peace after completing the tasks that you've identified are the most important, and that your life might just find a little more harmony than it has right now. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks. Bye-bye.